Hey everyone, shalom. I trust all is well. Tonight's food for thought, we continue in the book, The Greatest Secret, Chapter 8, No More Suffering. Here's the bottom line. Suffering is optional. You are not meant to suffer. And when you are living as your true self, awareness, you will never suffer. It can be hard to imagine a life without suffering, but most assuredly, it can be your life right now. There is pain in the physical, but suffering is of the mind. Your higher self does not suffer. Your familiar self can hardly figure out how not to suffer. Suffering is caused by believing negative thoughts. So suffering is self-imposed. I discovered that when I believed my thoughts, I suffered. But that when I didn't believe them, I did not suffer. And that is true for every human being. Freedom is as simple as that. Whenever you are suffering, your suffering is contained in a single thought. I don't like this. In other words, we allow a single, flimsy, insubstantial thought to spoil our happiness. Our minds tend to respond to the circumstances of life with no, 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 while awareness always responds yes, yes, yes to everything. Awareness even says yes to no. Saying no holds what you don't want to you. Saying yes to what you don't want releases your resistance. Allowing what you don't want to change is counterintuitive, but it's how it works. When you say no, I don't want this, you are resisting. And you've come to understand whatever you resist, persist. If you abide in this state of acceptance, you create no more negativity, no more suffering, no more unhappiness. You then live in a state of non-resistance, a state of grace and lightness, free of struggle. I'm a lover of what is, not because I'm a spiritual person, but because it hurts when I argue with my reality. If you were to altogether let go of resistance this moment, never to start it up again, by that single gesture, you liberate yourself from an enormous burden of suffering. If we don't resist what has happened, there's no conflict, and the energy of the situation passes. Without our resistance to something, it can't stay in our life. On the other hand, if we resist what happened, we'll hold the situation to us and will continue to suffer. The wonderful teacher, Sailor Bob Adamson, says to just allow experiences to come and go without judging them. It is only the grasping, the hanging on, or the resisting and the pushing away that creates the bind of psychological suffering. Most people go to their graves believing suffering is unavoidable. How sad is that? If you turn from the possibility that it could be otherwise, you will suffer needlessly until the day you die. But here is something. The end of suffering will be the least of the benefits if you become free. The real miracle is not in the profound undoing of anguish, but the riches that will flood the freed up space. Once the nature of the mind is understood, suffering can't exist. Awareness opens the door, dissolves all beliefs and opinions and ideas that are in the way and covering up your natural state of happiness. Let me know in the comments how you felt about tonight's food for thought. Whether you're inspired, whether you're intrigued, I can't wait to read. Talk to you soon. Bye.